Okay, there it is. Oh. Hello, you wonderful people. Tonight I'm going to that big white glob over there. That glob is the Osaka Castle. This whole area is a big popular place to go hang out, chill out, but it's also a incredible death site because this whole area has been emaciated. People have been killed here many times in many parts of history. That building right over there, which you can't really see, so let me turn you around so you can see it. Yep. The building there has been in a ton of wars. Actually, the unification for Japan ended in the 1600s, right there in the Summer War of Osaka, right there. Tomi Hideyoshi, who is the spirit I'm looking to try to communicate with tonight, was the person that created this this tower. They call this castle a tower because there were multiple towers here at one point in time. Of course, time kind of saw fit that these things do not belong here. There was a thing called a war. There was a World War II, and this whole area was completely devastated. What you're looking at right here, well, once again, you can't see live stream, and also because the low lighting, these are walls that would protect the castle from intruders. There are a lot of little areas that you could have shot off of, but I believe most of this is recreations. I don't know what you can see, but there's a the fort that goes out here, and the walls are pretty famous too because when you think of Japan, you think of castles, you probably think of ninjas. The walls are interesting because they look like they're really easy to climb, but then they come out this way. They kind of come back in the sea, so it's very deceptive. And when you're walking up one of those things, you're not going to have a good day when you get to the top, and so it's a difficult climb. But tonight we're going to go to the place where the gentleman that I just mentioned, Tomomi Hideyoshi, the maker of the castle, killed himself during the battle of the summer battle of 1600. Probably going to show you a little more of the area and some scary, creepy stuff. There is a sort of Japanese like Ouija board, but unfortunately, I don't have one of those. All you need is a 10 yen coin and a hiragana sheet with a little tori in the middle, kind of separating the supernatural world and the normal world, and then hi and EA, which means yes and no. So it's basically the Japanese equivalent of a Ouija board. Oh well, don't worry, Richard. I don't plan on doing anything that is out of the ordinary. It's just October, or it's almost October. Getting the fall, so I really want to come out here and do something a little creepy deepy. But first, I want to show you guys the man himself. I want to show you Tomomi Hideyoshi because they have a huge shrine dedicated to him. Now, one thing you should know about this man, and I'll turn on myself right now because it's pretty dark out here. Became here around 10 or 9 o'clock where I'm here right now. It's pretty normal. There's a lot of joggers out here. But if you came to this area probably about like 2 or 3 in the morning, it might be a little scarier. Of course, Japan is incredibly safe. This park's open all the hours long. What the heck is that? Look at that rat! Oh my God, where you going, rat? Jeez, was that? Where you going, huh? Oh man, wow, that thing's huge. There's a squirrel or rat. I don't wanna upset it. I'm not Steve Irwin. I can't tell if you're a squirrel or a rat. You're huge, whatever you are. I you rarely see squirrels up here, so that was, that looked like that thing, the creature. I don't know where I lost you guys. My internet's going on and off here, but that looked like the creature from Dead Alive. It was like a little mongoose looking thing. It's crazy, weird, strange. Okay, Okay, so it says I'm live. We'll see how long it lasts here. Peter, my internet's going. So this torii right here is the entrance into a shrine. But when you walk into a shrine from the normal world to like a border between reality and supernaturalism. So technically, I'm supposed to be going to another supernatural world by walking through this into the that I want to show you where the giant statue of Totomi Hideyoshi is. I got the name right this time. Sometimes these places can be pretty creepy at night, especially when there's weird mongoose-like creatures from Dead Alive walking around. You ever see The Ring, or the original Ring? Like shrines like this in the background, weird tories. You're chicken. Come on, McFly. What are you, chicken? Nobody calls me chicken. And where that light is what I want to show you guys. It's like we're going into another world. Ooh. Okay. So this right here, let me change the way you're looking so I can see too. This is Totomi Hideyoshi. He was I believe he was a daimo, Osama, a king of this area. He ruled the castle that you can't see right now because it's behind the trees, which is right over there. The main tower is there. I believe there was three, and it's almost like a religious figure. He was responsible for Japan trying to overtake Korea back in the 1600s. For about 200 years in Korea, you'd find people without ears or noses because of this guy. Because mostly when you conquered people in Japan, you take their heads as proof that you killed them or proof that they're yours. Thank you very much, Barrel Bob. But since you only have so much storage room in your boats, he decided let's just take their noses and their ears. And there's a place in Kyoto that if you go to, there is a mound that is full of allegedly the ears and the noses of people that this man, under this man's guidance, caused the Korean people to not have noses and ears for about 200 years. So that's pretty disgusting. Actually, if you go into the castle, of course, the whole thing's been renovated. It's a museum. It's just it just happens to be the castle. It's exactly where the castle was. One of the towers used to be. So you're not really going into the real castle. It's just something that's been rebuilt over I think in 40s after World War II they rebuilt it. And if you find yourself down here, highly recommend if you like karate or judo. There's an awesome dojo that's right over there. It's a pretty cool. You'll see people doing sword stuff there sometimes, and usually they let people in just to walk in and check it out. Now, the good thing about this place is that you can just kind of walk up and not really have much to worry about. But I mean, like I wouldn't go too close because you're looking at like places that are heavily guarded. So don't do anything stupid when you come out here. If you guys try to find the place where a gentleman, Hideyoshi killed it's a cat. Don't raid it. The ninjas tried to do that too. It didn't work out well for them, did they? Well, it actually didn't work out well. Didn't work out well for him either because he ended up killing himself. He was the only holdout on the. That scared me a little bit. Can I turn on the light? Is it possible to turn on the light on the front of my camera? Enable flash. Little place to wash your hands off here. Because if you pray, you might as well have your hands clean because God's like clean hands. Oh, they just finished the, what do you call it? The renovations on this building. This building was creepy deepy when I first came here. Looks like they're still not open. Natural History Museum, I think, unless I'm wrong. Ooh, see, it looks like a school. When I was here before, they didn't have all these lights. It just looked like this scary, imposing building that, you know, just there's a sign over here. See what it says. It literally says just the name of the company. Well, huh? There you go. One time I was walking over here and I saw a crawfish just crossing the road. Today I saw a weird ferret creature. Hopefully tonight I see a ghost. A ghost or two. Yeah, but if you go into this building here, the castle, you'll actually see a lot of historical stuff that you can learn about the area, like battle clothes and swords and stuff. And there's an overview of the city. I mean, unless you're really into Japanese history, I would just recommend coming to the castle and looking at it, because seeing it from here is a lot better than being inside of it. You get more history um, about like the actual the founding of this area, but I recommend the History Center. I think it's a much better. It's getting into the actual castle. There are a couple castles in Japan that are survived World War II. The one example that I always say is um, Himeji Castle, which right outside of it is the well for the movie The Ring, or what may have inspired the character of Sadako in The Ring to keep it kind of creepy. I'm gonna take a breather here. Just kind of breathe in. I'm checking if I see any messages. You guys hanging in there with me? Let's see. Okay. No one's talking. That's fair. Okay, let's keep on moving. This place is a haven for runners and people going about their evening. You actually don't see a lot of hey, Floor and Ryan. Sounds like you got someone that's on your tail right now too. Speaking of ghosts, but don't worry, no one could hear was. Don't put on the mask. If anyone knew what he looked like underneath, I don't think he'd be as threatening. Plus, RC cars. How threatening can you get? Um, Also, there's one more thing. A full-time job is a bartender, or not a bartender. I'm sorry. A full-time job would be a yeah. That's the job that you can have with lifelong stuff. Forget. I'm talking about other stuff. It doesn't really matter that much. Let's look at this. So remember how I said the walls kind of curve up? This is one of those examples here. You can see it kind of just goes right up. And if you happen to be climbing up this wall right now, I'm sure that security would get on you and you'd probably be arrested. And, all they have in Japanese jail is newspapers in Japanese and magazines in Japanese. But if you were here back in the day when this building was actually here, not the remade version, those things right there, they'd open up the door and just throw rocks on you. People would be shooting you with arrows or maybe even guns. It wouldn't be a fun time for you. So I recommend that if you see, look, this woman will come out and physically shoot you. She wants to do you harm. She may have a smiling face, but behind that face is a girl with a gun. So you give a girl a hole and she finds a gun. It's the way of the world, my friends. It's the way of the world. Just heads up on that, okay? That's just some life advice. Don't give people guns, because then they find holes and they shoot you. Speaking of holes, you can see the ones up there, and there's multiple different levels of them. But on the ways over here, you can see places where you could rest a gun, or you could rest a bow and arrow, or you could hide behind, giving you a nice little 180 degree circumference of death. I guess it's the best way to say it. And like I said, this whole area is dead central. I know that I'm looking for a Pacific Spectre this evening, but oh well, at the very least, yeah, that's true. She was having a great time. She was just enjoying herself. She'd shoot you right in the face. I agree with you, Barrel Bob. Oh man. So I'm coming over here in the right-hand corner is going to be a little area that is not as well trafficked. As you can see, there are lights. There are people out here right now. I want to go down this way real quickly. Um, but wars have been fought over this place. I can't imagine how many people died just in these trees or in these trees on the ground out here trying to raid this castle. I can't imagine how many people died post peace in Japan and during World War II. Like if you came out here with a Ouija board, no one would know what you're doing because they don't speak English. They speak Japanese. Come on, yo. If you ever find yourself out here and you want to see some beautiful cherry blossom, that's the no Maru Nishimaru Koen, the West Round Park, and there's a bunch of beautiful sakura trees that are over there. Late in the fall, but still pretty warm. Now, the season for the dead out here in Japan is in August because that's when the creatures, the spirits of their ancestors come back, check out the graves during Obon. Yeah, they're even prettier at night when you can't see anything. I went to one of the most beautiful places to see cherry blossoms in Tokyo, and I filmed it. I put it in one of my videos, but it's hard to see anything at night. At least on my iPhone, with a video. But when you're there, it's freaking beautiful. Ooh, it's getting colder. Okay, so over here, right over this way, is where Mr. Tatomi ended his life. Of course, the road is paved, so there's nothing to fear here but rocks and stone people. Why, if I were a stone person, I'd chill right here next to my stone friends. Spooky. Spooky ooky. And this is where it would be. There's a marker that's in English and there's a marker that's in Japanese stating it, and it's right over here. Here, let me switch you guys this way and put on the flash here. Okay. So we got some Japanese here, Japanese, and then here. In 1615, the Summer War of Osaka, Hideyori Totomi and his mother Dono were pursued by the Tokugawa army, forcing them to hide in a turret, which was situated in the Yamazato Maru Valley, and committed suicide. In 1997, Osaka City built the monument to Hideyori and Yodo Dono in this place, period. Okay, that's a sentence. And this is his monument, which currently has a miso cup right there and fresh flowers. Those flowers are still budding. So there is that. People are still giving him flowers even 450 years later. And before I go any further and say anything else, I'm just gonna chill over here in a little bit in the darkness here. There is thankfully a street light right here, so it's a little less nerving. There's like these creepy stairs that are up here too. I'm gonna just say this that crap. Uchi wa uh, kimasen. Uchi wa no. Uh, kairu imasen. Kairu imasen. What tachi wa kairu imasen. Please don't come to my house. Um, uh, that's that's I used to do this thing with my friend where we would open up portals into whatever realm you want to say, and it was all a mental game. We just tried to scare one another, and the game was called um, what is the game called? Game's called total fear, total experiment in fear. And you just try to find a way to open up a portal by either turning on all the radios on the static, or or turning the TVs on the static, and just trying to communicate with something by either saying Bloody Mary into a window or mirror, read from the Necronomicon. Um, uh, I forget. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, and he's got ways to open up portals so you can talk to like the shadow people. You can talk to ghosts and stuff like that. Also, one way to do it is use a Ouija board, and of course, you got to be by yourself in the middle of the night. And I'll tell you what, you try to do that in the middle of the night by yourself in your own house, you start to freak out. Thankfully, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and when I say middle of nowhere, I'm next to a freaking giant castle, which you can. Okay, okay. Um, so you start to get a little tense, a little scared, and things start to come at you. It just vocally and auditorily. I did a whole video where I played with the Ouija board at my house with my former roommate who made the game. So uh, there's no one behind me. It sounds like someone was walking behind me for a second there. Um, and we played this in his room, and his TV started freaking out when we started fucking with the excuse my French, when we started messing with the Ouija board. It's nuts, and you can see it in the video. It's all one continuous stream. No editing, no nothing. I gotta make sure that I'm not walking into anything. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried about that rat squirrel. I'm worried about that. I'm more confused why there are those kind of rocks here when there are none in the area. Um. Uh. uh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you guys ever hear about the one about the guy who walks out by himself to the place where the person killed himself, and you know, you ever hear about that? The guy. How's he doing? You guys ever see that movie? You guys, you guys are. Oh, at least the good thing is that I'm close to the city, right? I'm not far away from help, if anything. Oh, okay. Um, yeah. Nothing really to worry about because even if the spirit world did exist, what could it do to you? What could it possibly do to you? Personally, I think that if if I was shown something right now, I wouldn't be scared at all because I'm totally not by myself. There's totally nobody out here, nobody here with me. Just yours truly. Um, I can understand tissue paper out here. That's fair. It's just the rocks that someone carried those rocks very, very far. Oh, is it weird when you suddenly get chills when it's like super hot? Like I'm sweating. I'm sweating. You can see the sweat on my brow, but I just suddenly got a chill. Um, if these aren't the original steps, they were definitely made in the same style as they were. They are very tiny. You can only put 1 foot down because at the time these people were very, very small. They say you have to walk up the stairs at Machu Picchu the same way. So, uh, Right now, this is one of the bases of the wall on one of the giant walls that would have protected the castle from intruders. It's a tree. Yeah, little spooky, a little creepy deepy. Gets a little scary when you're trying to find something. But like I said, I don't think there's anything out here. What I can do is kind of just stand by the grave for a little bit and just see if anything kind of happens. With the spirit world, you're never really jumping into something like this. Okay, you're never really jumping into something that's happening very quick. It's usually a slow burn. I imagine that more people saw ghosts a long time ago because they had nothing else to do, and then all of a sudden everyone started to see ghosts. Perhaps I stole that idea from the show Black Mirrors because they referenced that. I can't tell if that was a train or if that was something breathing. Hey, what's that? There's something here. I don't know, but obviously they wanted. I wonder if there's anything behind. Oh. So the people that clean up here, they leave water behind it. Hey, watch out, you got ghost trains around here. Someone called that character from Rick and Morty. I guess I wonder if the people that run the and do the volunteers for the cleanup of this park put the flowers here, or if they're actual people that actually for like 400 years, like, let's go put the flowers on his memorial for his mother and him. He was a terrible warlord, but he's important to Japanese history. Why did you kill so many Koreans? Well, I guess expansion, right? You want to expand your kingdom, right? You want to expand what you have. You're never happy with enough. You're on an island, so let's take over Japan or let's take over Korea because that's ours too, right? That's that was, I guess, the idea back then. Of course, there was only one Korea at the time. Um, that's a it's a very touchy subject, isn't it? Oh, well, folks, I think it might be time for me to get going. I see some people starting to run around here. So I'm going to talk to you guys later. Thank you all for joining me. I don't think we're going to see anything tonight. Shout out to Zombageddon. Remember, if it's yellow, they're mellow. If it's red, then you're dead. That's right. Don't ever forget it. I still carry my Zap business card with me saying that I am a Zap employee. I wish I could get Mike Aiello's shirt that he has. He's got like the tag that says Zap and like the repairman, and it's got his mic on it. I thought that was such a good idea. I wish I could still be a part of that event, but alas, alack, I am in Japan and I can only attend the event out here. But 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, I will be in Singapore attending Queen Horning Up Not Wait. Isn't it right, spirits? Anybody? I'm asking ghosts English questions. Man, if I was a ghost and someone came up to me and he was speaking a completely different language, I'd be like, yeah, just get away from me. Just walk away, Morty. Just walk away. You're 1,000 years, Rick and Morty. I would probably just be like, yep, I'm not, I'm down, I'm done trying to hunt this guy. So I'm gonna peace out. Yeah, I'd probably do the same thing too. Hello, Brandon, Mr. Brandon Girder. Oh, so I don't blame spirits for taking their time and disappearing. But it is late and I must work tomorrow. So spirits, may we rendezvous once again. Maybe I'll come back here around 3:33 one night. Ooh, okay, it just got cold. It got really, really cold. Yeah, those cold spots. I say that's they have ghosts. But I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff. Brandon, you go, man. You have a good time. Enjoy yourself with it. Enjoy everything. I'm gonna go walk by the castle again. If you guys have any questions for me, I think I'm piecing out on the whole ghost thing. So yeah, yeah. I think I'm done with that. Even though, like I said, if it was anything, that's just one area that could be haunted in this place because this whole place is a dead zone. Not to be confused with the book Dead Zone. You know, it's very different from it's Christopher Walken. Wow, you're gonna you're gonna leave your keys in your car. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be a terrible thing. The dead zone, light dead zone. You know, it even though it's cool, it's calm, it's crisp out here. I sincerely wish that uh that I brought some money because it would have been nice to purchase a drink from a vending machine, but instead I have to walk about an hour back home. It's thirsty, but thankfully I have some. What do I have at home? I have Dr. Pepper at home waiting for me. Yay, Dr. Pepper. That's something you don't normally find out here. Speaking of which, someone asked me if I could find the Coca-Cola with coffee in it. It's in a couple vending machines out here. I haven't seen it out here, but some people went to the Coca-Cola store that's in Umeda, which is in Osaka, and they were told that unfortunately it's only in Tokyo. So screwed again. So no Coca-Cola with coffee for moi. What a sad day. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. It's a nice day for a white wedding. These guys are trying to scale to do some free climbing here. I respect them. It's better than what I could do. Yeah, I think they did a Coca-Cola with coffee in America for a little while. It's called Coca-Cola Black. It didn't make it. Yeah, it's your Tokyo exclusive, but I'm heading to Tokyo, uh, not this week, but next week, to go to do Halloween in Disney. You didn't hear that right now, but I'm going to do Halloween in Disney before I go to Halloween Horror Nights in Singapore. So I'm spending the money at the wazoo, and I'm actually going to take the Shinkansen to Tokyo, which is something I've done once from Osaka to, or from Tokyo to Osaka when I first came, the first day that I was here, after I spent the night in a capsule hotel. I'm very excited because I have not done a Shinkansen in 2 years, and they are really cool. By the way, Shinkansen is a bullet train. Bullet. If I was in Japan, I'd do it. You know, I don't. A lot of the stuff you gotta understand. A lot of stuff in Japan for Halloween is already done right now. They just have like a couple different attractions open, costumes and candy and stuff. But the haunted houses are in August because they celebrate the coming back of the dead in August out here. Because the heat and the ghosts come back historically during Obon. So, so unfortunately, unless you go to Halloween Horror Nights out here in Japan or Osaka, that's the only thing you'll have for Halloween. Disney is just kind of like costumes and a couple different themes, but I definitely want to see what it's like for Halloween out there. Oh, there's a little cat out here. Hey, little kitty, little kitty, kitty. Hey, little kitty, kitty. Hey, where you going? Hi, I want to talk to you. Hey, what if you were made of cheese? Would you eat yourself? Cause I would. Where are you going? Got a question for you. Mr. Chevy, he's running off. Oh, there he's gone. He's. Hi. Hi, I'm Harry Carey here. Huh? If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? Cause I would. I found root beer in one place. Hello, duck. Oh, of course. Thank you for the views. It is hard to find root beer, but if you go to like, the best way to say it is weird stores. You can find you can find uh, uh, you can find root beer there. I found root beer, cream soda, a couple months ago at Don Quixote, which is a big fat penguin, not a guy who's riding on a horse. And I gave it to my girlfriend, which I don't know if you talk too much about, but yeah, I gave it to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Oh my god, I never had cream soda before," and I've been searching for it ever since. At every other Don Quixote, it looks like the only one that they have is by the one in Spa World, so it's Sinsakai. If you happen to be out here, so yeah, it's a bit difficult to find. Sorry, I just name dropped like a bunch of places that you probably don't know and will never find or not looking for. So sorry about that. Now I'm rambling on. However, I know I said a lot of this place was remade. I think original is something original that survived World War II. This section of the wall, to be exact. Maybe it's better if I go like this. So, uh, if this if this wall could talk, it'd be like the wall of Jerusalem. You could just kind of come up and touch it, and you go holla 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 holla, and then you stamp your in there, or you could pay someone to give your wishes inside of it, and then you too can be part of the Jewish faith. Shalom, shalom. Speaking of which, I was at a place called Sauce Boss, which made it onto YouTube on Facebook as a really good place to um, to eat chicken, and it's pretty decent. It's out here in Osaka, and someone asked if I was Jewish in Hebrew, and I had no idea what he said to me. He's like, "You have no idea what I just said to you, because it's a Jewish New Year," and I actually I've got all the looks, I've got the stereotypes, but unfortunately, I I ain't no Jew. I I ain't nothing. I ain't nothing but nothing. But however, I've seen the a concentration camp in old Deutschland, and boy, let me tell you what, that changed my life. Um, I think everyone makes jokes and makes tell stories about how this and that. Boy, after you go and you see something like that, you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. I'm seeing a lot of cats out here, not because of Cat Stevens, but the Cats in the Cradle and Silver Spoon. Hey, buddy, there are signs out here that say, "Do not abandon your cats. We can see you. We see what you do, and if you abandon your cat out here, we will fine you. Fine, Fine, not D. You a lot of money. So you can find ghosts out here, and you can definitely find cats and apparently weird mongoose things. I show you guys find that again. The smiling lady will shoot you. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with this claw game that you can play in real life, but there are a ton of claw games. I'll tell you that. This area that I'm at is like a dead zone for internet. Maybe it's haunted. Ooh, haunted by the ghosts that when you're trying in a horror movie and you're trying to call out and it's like, ooh, there's no signal. This is that area you don't want to be in because you won't be able to get through because at this specific point there's no signal. It's haunted. I talked about it before in a video where I got a little drunk. Um, I went on a work trip to the soda company place, and then a sake factory, and then something else. I can't remember what the second one thing we did, but it was cool. I did a whole video on it, but I started talking about the haunted ham, which was a bit that they were doing in like 1995 on this one FM station. They got this ham from Transylvania, and it was haunted. So they brought it on the air, and they're like, "We can't bring it in the studio; it's too haunted. Okay, let's bring a microphone outside. Let's see what it sounds like." And the hand was like, "Okay, here's the hand. Listen to it. It's talking right now." It's like, whoa, whoa, and that was it. That's what they got. They're like, "Oh, it's the haunted ham." There's another ferret thing. Oh my god, It just crossed. It just crossed the road. Oh, where are you? That's gonna. I just saw it. I just saw one of those things. Hey, hey, oh, that you just. I saw you. I saw you. Where are you? Where are you? I saw you go into the woods. We got ferrets out here. It's official. I wonder if it's brought on by kids leaving ferrets, or if they're just natural to the area, and I've just never seen it. You do have tanuki out here, which I've seen one of. I was out, and I think it's lucky. They're like raccoon dogs. I was walking home from my area to where my old house was, and it was like a 20-minute walk from the one train that got to my area to my house. So I lost a lot of weight during that time. I think that's one of the reasons why I drank so much when I first came to Japan, because I lived so far away my from the one of those old ferret things. Um, I live so far from the station that I was just like, oh, yeah, might as well have a drink while I'm walking here, because out here you can open drink without a problem anywhere. However, you look like a drunk if you do it. So hey, look at me, I'm taking advantage of stuff and looking like a drunk. But I was walking home and I was like, what's that right there? Oh my God, it's a tanuki. There's this raccoon-looking dog thing. It was cool. That's my story about the tanuki. Well, there's this online game you can play, Mule Time. It's like a live stream. Nah, I'm okay. I actually don't like playing those like games. Even though I do go to a lot of arcades, and there's a lot of arcades out here. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just go play a claw machine. I got a ton of game centers out here. Like there's so many places that will want your money. But I guess if I ever want to go online, that sounds like the most direct marketing. Hey, I was telling my mom the other day that this place just right down there, it's got really good food. You should go. You should check it out. Just some on the street um, grassroots marketing. By the way, I'm what, like 40 minutes into this thing. I just want to say, my buddy Adam the Woo stopped doing daily vlogs the other day, and hey, I wish him luck on his future projects in the future. He is um, a real trooper, and his videos where he actually can like take time to edit and record and film. I'm so excited to see what he does in the near future, and I'm happy that he stopped doing something that was a burden on him. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, that's cool. If you guys don't, that's cool too. I know I got an eclectic subscriber base, and some people are like, I've just wandered onto you. So hey, there you go. Barrel Bob knows the woo. So there you go. I'm happy for him. And it is funny to see. It's funny to see all the people that are really, really nasty and negative. Like, oh, he's done, he's done, he's done. I'm a moderator on the Woovians page, not because I wanted to be, because I was asked to be. And someone tried to post, which all the posts up there are. We have to select them if you want to post a topic. And one of them was like, "How do you guys feel with your man child not filming anymore?" And it's like, well, two people saw that, me and you, the person that wrote it. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna just delete you. And I just said, hey, sorry, personally to him, and he was like, sorry for it. I was like, you'll figure it out. He's like, sorry for what? Do I know you? Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm like, sorry, you'll just figure it out later. I don't think Slenderman's out here demo, but I do know a lot of my students out here do know Slenderman. This is the people's the forest. It's the rocks forest. So I think it'll be okay. Oh, you guys had to say Slenderman. He's going to try to get my $20, but screw you, Slenderman. I don't have a wallet on me. You can't identify my body. Huh. Huh. Yeah. You have to do a lot to get Slenderman out in Japan. He has to get he wants 2,000 yen. That's what he wants. Or Jeff? Is Jeff? Is Jeff? My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. I'm happy for the Woo. I'm happy that he's doing what he's doing. I'm extremely happy for him. However, I don't want to make a video that's like congratulations on all that stuff. I think he knows. Slender Man. Ah, I'm just out here looking for Batman. Where is the Slender Man? Oh, Jeff the Killer. There are scarier Japanese villains like the No Face guy. Also, the girl that kills you in the school has a split face and asks if she's beautiful, and if you say yes, she kills you. Also, there's the toilet paper thing that you go to the bathroom and someone says red plate paper, blue paper, and if you say paper, you get sliced in half, or if you say blue paper, you choke to death. But if you say you don't need anything, you trick it, and then you walk away. By the way, what I'm looking at right here is a really, really sad place. This is the Osaka Peace Museum. Um, this place is a memorial to the people who died in the what do you call it? Well, that haunted house is really cool. The haunted house that's in Fuji-Q Highland. But this is the Peace Memorial Center. This whole area is bombed to hell, and there was a lot of people that died. So this is like a remembrance of the tragedy that happened here when this place was completely firebombed. Then again, it's all about history. It's about time. One of the most hardest things to see here is the fact that you can go into a makeshift bomb shelter, and one that you would have experienced if you lived here in Osaka during the 1940s, and it was just a hollowed out thing underneath your house. And ooh, this slipknot woman, now that's scary. That scares the crap out of me. Anyway, uh, uh, this the building you go into, it just seems like a small like looking cave, and you go in there, and then all of a sudden the bombs start dropping on you, like, and you see fire above you with just some red. I did a whole, like, one of my first videos out here. I went in here, and it hit me. It was really, 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 like, hard. It was hard to process, because at first I was just going in there and I was like, oh, they got this fun little experience, check it out. And it was more intense than I thought it was going to be. So let me read some of your things here. What's my favorite haunted house in Japan or America? My favorite haunted house, I worked at a haunted house for a year, and I worked at Halloween Horror Nights for 6 years. I'd say thank you very much. I try my best to be as cool as possible. The American otaku, or the nerd. I tell my students that sometimes I'll do my American otaku character, and they're like, "Oh," because I just do a nerd voice, and they're like, you're an American otaku. Regardless, sorry, I'm mumbling now. I worked at Halloween Horror Nights. I have to say the first experience that I ever had at a haunted house, working it, would have been Silver Screams. I was a character called the Usher, which they used for Halloween Horror Nights 19, and they had what do you call it? The Phantom of the Opera inside the haunted house, the Thing, some original characters, which is the Usher. That was kind of like the blending of these movies being shown. They had an Army of Darkness area, but it wasn't Army of Darkness. It was called the Medieval Dead. We had the Thing inside of it. We also had the Strangers, which I'm so on. And when I say so, I mean not very good on. And then there was the ending. But for 2 nights, I got to be the Fan of the Opera, and for 2 nights, I got to be the Bruce Campbell from Army of Darkness in the pit scene. I loved it. I'd love it. Favorite horror movie? Favorite horror movie? I will have to go with my go-to. What's my go-to? Uh, I'd love to say The Shining and be like everybody else. I love the Kubrick. My favorite movie of all time is Clockwork Orange. So it's hard to say. Hold on one sec. Let me process that. I think Army of Darkness, even though that doesn't really count. So I say Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is one of the most fun horror movies that you can watch for sure. I think that even if you don't like horror movies, Evil Dead 2 is a fun movie to watch. Sorry, I'm missing some of the things that you guys are saying. Seriously, visit this place with my friend. The hour-long haunted house. Um, the hour-long haunted house was pretty crazy. If I get a chance, I will try my best to go back and do that. That again. I'm actually getting spy glasses that have a camera in the middle of the thing, and I wouldn't mind filming that entire experience. It's only 500 yen, and I'd love to go back out and do it because that place was intense. The roller coasters were insane. Excuse me. I actually was thinking about what am I going to film? I wanted to film something. I know I filmed something like 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm not under any obligation to film anything, but I do like to keep stuff going out and constantly moving. On Thursday, I'm going back to Halloween Horror Nights out here in Japan, so I'll probably make another video, post it up on Friday or Thursday for you guys back in America. Oh yeah, being sick. I have seen the houses that October built, and it's really funny that they include like actual haunted. But the story of the blue skeleton I thought was kind of lame. The uh, I didn't think that was that scary. Um, but uh, the it's popular enough that there's a sequel to it, and I do want to watch the sequel in the near future. I haven't run into anybody in a while. Usually there are people out here. Of course, it is getting late, so maybe it's about that time for me to start heading out of the park here. As you can see, there's really nothing to be like. Safety is one thing it's Japan is known of. My favorite ride at Universal and Disney, both. Okay, so um, I gotta say I'm a huge fan of the Indiana Jones ride. It's the same out here in Disney Sea as it out is in California. Dinosaur is also a really good ride too. Uh, um, but I have so much memories on the Back to the Future ride. But I'm gonna say my favorite ride of all time is Jaws. The only place that you can do it now. Oh, there is someone behind me, and I did not even know. That scared the crap out of me. My favorite ride would have to be Jaws. You can do Jaws out here, and that it's a fun dark ride slash like water experience. It's a unique ride that I hope one day they do again, or at least try to bring back. My friend had a great idea of using the Ghost of Amity as a haunted house, and it'd be fun to see that as a room attraction where like Jaws breaks into the room and it's like the room just is destroyed around you, a la like Twister or something like that. But of course, Jaws is not really a huge um, um, what do you call it? Huge um, uh, uh, huge moneymaker anymore. Everyone's like, "Oh, I went to Universal Studios for Jaws." Well, folks, it's been real. It's been fun, but as I always say, you can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. You guys take great. I hope you guys had fun in this little supernatural adventure. You guys enjoy October. I'll be seeing you guys real soon with an actual edited video in the near future. Of course, I'm not editing anything right now. And if there's anything you guys want to see, leave a comment on this video. Leave a comment on my community page. If you want to, you can jump on. I have a group on Facebook. You can do it. Confused Adventurer, and also on my Facebook, I have a You Can Do It page. Those are the only social medias that I really have, and I do have Instagram too, which you can find. You Can Do It. You guys stay groovy. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for all the questions. Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate that. I'm happy with what I got, and maybe eventually I'll get more subscribers. But right now I'm happy. I'm happy that that the people who watch. Okay, so you guys stay groovy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alistair Shade. Thank you, Brandon, for checking in. Thank you, everybody. You guys stay groovy. Have a wonderful day. You guys, peace, okay? Peace in the Mideast. Really, we need that now. A lot of peace.